This conference will now be recorded.
See, constructor, same like method. What is the syntax of constructor? See, access specify, return type, and you have to give your class name. That is your constructor, right? So this is a class constructor. So whenever you don't mention a return type, class will recognize. So this is a constructor, right? And let me remove this one. Right, and how to execute this one? So obviously we'll have a main method, right? If you want to execute this constructor, you have to create an object. This is not just like a method. You can access or you can execute by the time of object creation. So what is the syntax of object creation? Class name, object name is equal to new class name. Like this, I can maintain n number of constructor inside a class, but we have to differentiate with parameters. That is, we are calling a constructor overloading, right? So whenever by the time of execution, class and program will always check whether you have mentioned constructor or not. If you mention, program will not going to create constructor for you. If you not mention, program will always going to create a constructor, that to default constructor only, right? And again we have a keywords called super constructor called this constructor call, right? So whenever you have a default constructor and parameterized constructor, if you want to execute multiple constructors, if you want to execute multiple constructor by using single object, you can use the keyword called this constructor call this and the parenthesis. By the parenthesis you have to supply the parameter so that it can recognize this is a single parameterized constructor. Clear, team? It is giving answer. Like this, you can mention public void int, public void int, construct call must be first statement. Okay, first statement only, right? Okay.
రిటర్న్ స్టేట్మెంట్ రిటర్న్ ఇవ్వచ్చా అండి?
No, ma'am. There is no concept of return in constructors.
ఇందులో ఇచ్చారు.
Where return statement? Oh, sorry.
వాయిడ్ ఇచ్చారు రెండిటికి.
Yeah, okay. Public class. Let me create one more class here. Problem. See here, I can take like this public. My constructor name is D, same as the class name. So in order to print this is D class constructor. Right? See, if you want to take one more constructor, you have to like this. Okay. Now this is my default constructor, this is my parameterized constructor. So if you want to execute two constructor with single class object, now take constructor call by using a keyword called this. By the time you have to supply parameter any number because it is accepting a parameter, right? That is this one. See, let's consider, so my D class having a parent. Let me create a class. My D class having a parent. What is my parent? Let's, as of now, let me give a P. It is a parent. See here, inside this P class, I am having a public constructor name P, right? System.println. This is a P class constructor. That to which constructor? P class default constructor. Right? So if I want to execute this one from my D class, how to execute this one? So here, remember always your constructor call must be in first line of your constructor. So you should not maintain in other line. Always you have to maintain this first line, right? In methods, so where we are maintaining return statement team, always your return statement at last line of your method, end of your method. And here the constructor calls first line of your constructor. Otherwise, we'll get error. Right? So that may be this keyword. See this. If I want to execute my parent class default constructor, how to execute him? There is a keyword called super. So I can execute like this. This is a default constructor, right? Let me make relationship. Extends P. Now observe, if I execute, it is saying syntax error token interface accepted. Oh, sorry. Yeah, observe. So if I want to execute my parent class constructor, I have to make like this. Run as Java application. Main method. Create object for which one? Always. What is inheritance ground rule team? Class name. Object name equal to new constructor. This time I'm creating object for my child class. Run as Java application. Observing. Now got executed parent class constructor and D class constructor. This is how we have to execute my parent class. And remember, this is an optional. See, in background, this is be like this syntax. But if you mention if you call constructor of parent class or not call, always before executing your child class constructor, always the parent class constructor will execute. Observing. See here, whether I mention the C super constructor call or not mentioned, there is no difference. Always before executing your child class constructor, there will be execution of your parent class constructor. That is a default execution. So if you have a parameterized constructor, let's say this is one parameterized, you have to supply the parameter by the time of calling. See here, this is asking parameter now. You have to supply the parameter number. Clear team? That is about constructor. So try to practice. There is no much difficult, just a little bit confusion about by the time of creating objects, and if you have a relationship between classes, right, passing multiple parameters, little bit confused. That if you practice, then you will definitely get it right. Now let me discuss one more concept: access specifiers. Access specifiers, or people are calling modifiers, access modifiers. What is access specifier thing? So in Java, we have a different access specifier. And why we need access specifiers? To give some sort of security, right? See, first of all, why we need security? See team, altogether the project, let's say if it is a project, so projects contain packages, yes or no? So let's consider this is a Java project. Inside Java project, I am having these packages. Let's say this is package 1, package 2, package 3. See here, whenever I create a package, what is happening? See here, let me create a new project here. Project, new project. This time take Java project. See here, selector and give project name third project. Right? See here, now the project created. This is my third project. So inside SRC, we are creating a package. Now let me create package. My package name is pack1. Observing. Finish. Now observe on pack1, right click properties and click on this one, show in the system explorer, nothing but show in my directory. See here. So inside my D drive, December 19, there will be a third project under SRC. There is a folder called pack1. See here, package nothing but folder structure in Java. Package nothing but folder structure. See here. See here. Now package one I am creating here. Let's say package one. This is one developer or tester. This is dev one. And now there will be a dev 2. Now, so dev 1 cannot access dev 2. So without, there is a concept called import. So without, if you want to, suppose, let's say, so there's a dev 2 want to access the dev 1 code directly, it cannot possible. See here, there is a package, the package 1 implemented one developer. If the first developer or second developer want to access the code of this one, there is directly, it is not possible. This is directly not possible. So if you want to access the code one package to another package, see here, let me create one class here. Let me close remaining all. See here, let me create a class here. My class name is A. Now this is my first class, and consider I'm having a package here, second package pack2, and inside pack2 I'm having a classes. Let me create C. See here, if you want to access a code from package 1 to package 2, so directly it cannot possible. See here, observe carefully here. See, there is a method in public void add method presenting in which class? Add of A class. Now if I want to access this add method from A class into my package 2, observe here, I'm trying to access main method. We have to create object, right? Obviously create object for A class. Class name, object equal to new, class name or constructor. Constructor, right? See here, I am getting error here. If I'm trying to create object, if I'm trying to access class A which is presenting in another package, it is giving me error. It is not allowing to create object. Why team? Just move the cursor. See here, it is saying that import A from pack A. Directly you cannot access other packages codes, other packages classes without import. If you want to access, just import it, nothing but permission. Now for that we have a keyword in Java. What is that keyword? Import package name. What is my package name here? pack 1, right? Pack 1. Which class you want to access? I want to access A class, like this. How to import team? Import special keyword in Java space your package name. Package name. Package name. If you want to access specific classes, just give here dot class name. Or if you don't remember this one, observe team, I'm removing this one or commenting this one. Import pack 1. Now again I'm getting error. You can directly click here. Import A from pack 1. You will get here directly. Let me show one more time. See here. I am trying to create A class object which is presenting in another package. Now it is not allowing to create a package, sorry, create an object for this class. Now observe, so getting error, boss, you are not allowing to create object for this class because it is in another package. Now if you want to create object, just import that package. or that class. Now observe, I am clicking import A. What if my package having 100 classes or 1000 classes? This is importing of class, right? See, if you want to import entire package, here remove this class name, just give a star. Now you can access all the classes inside the package, whether it may be 100 classes or 1000 classes. Now you are able to access pack 1 all the classes, but execution time there is no impact, there is no difference. Clear team? So initially, so we are getting security with what one? Packages. We can get security. How we are getting security? So without import statement, you cannot access, right? If you want to import, just take import keyword, and what are the package you want to access, just class name. Otherwise you can import entire package, import nothing but access entire package. Okay team, this is how we have to access class which is present in another package. This is how we can access entire package. Clear? And now, so we can apply security in package level. Package nothing but what team? Package nothing but what? Package nothing but it is a collection of classes, right? See here, this is a collection of classes. Let's consider. So my package one having this class and this class. My package two having this class and this class. Sorry. One package may contain n number of classes team. One package may contain any number of classes, whether it may be 1 or 100. But execution time, there is no impact. You can maintain a number of package, you can maintain a number of classes based on your requirement. Clear? So, and remember team, if you want to access one package code into another code, what are the keyword we are using? Import, right? Import package name. Clear? Without importing, you cannot access, right? And here, to give some more sort of security, we are having access specifiers. What are the access specifier? We know we have a majorly 4 types of access specifier. First one is public, right? Public, private, protected, default, right? Private, protected, and the fourth one is default. Public, private, protected, default. See here, these 4 access specifier. So based on your requirement, if you want to give some security, why security team? See, let's say I'm creating one code here. I'm writing one code here in this class. I don't want to access my code into another classes. I don't want to access my code into another person. So if I want to make my code security, so we can apply in different levels by using this access specifier. We'll see how to apply security for our code. Okay team, see here. in class we are having the members. See here, these 4 access specifiers we can apply in 2 levels. What are the 2 levels? The first one is level 1 is we can apply for classes, class level, nothing but class level. And level 2 is we can apply in member level. What is my member team? Member level, nothing but we can apply either methods or variable. Members, nothing but within a class, methods and variables collectively calling as a members. We can apply for class level, we can apply for member level. Now observe team. Now observe. This is my class A, right? Let me remove enter this one. See, this is my class A. Observe team. I can apply a public keyword. I can apply public keyword for my class, for my method, if there is a variable called int a equals to 100. See, I can apply public keyword for even my variable. See here, this is class level, this is members level. Members, nothing but method and variable. Clear? See here, out of this 4 variable, let me document like this. See here, after this 4 variable, let me document like this. See, serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, access specifier, public, private, protected, default. See, first one, let me check whether if I make my members or class as a public, can I access inside a class? Let me check, right? First one is, let me check inside a class, right? And if I make my members are one of these access specifier, let me check whether I can able to access in other class. Other class in the sense other class within a package, or I can document like within package, right? And one more thing. So if I make one of the member as it is one of the access specifier, let me check whether I can able to access in another package, not in same package, in other package. And one more thing, I want to check whether I can able to access in child class. Clear team? The first one I'm taking access specifiers and I'm checking in inside a class, other class within a package, and other package, child class. I want to check each and everything. So able to get it right? First one, access specifier. I want to check inside a class. I want to check inside a package. I want to check other package. I want to check child class. Now observing. Now again, serious one. For my level 2, nothing but members. I can apply all access specifiers. I can apply all access specifiers, but in class level there is some sort of limitation here. We'll discuss what is the limitation. First observe. So inside my class, if I make my class as a public, and if I make my variables or methods are public, can I access inside a class? Nothing but, see, how can you access? I can check my class as creating object, class name, object name is equal to new class name or constructor, right? So I can able to create object, nothing but I can able to access my class. Now I can confirm I can access this class. Which class? A class. Inside a class I can access, obviously, right? And now, can I access my method? First of all, variable. Let me try to access variable. Why I'm getting error? Obviously, we have to take into one more variable. We have to store it into one more variable. Other than that, I can simply directly print it like this, variable, right? And let me check whether I'm able to access my method or not. See, if I make my member a public, class is a public, variable is a public, and method is a public, so that I can access inside a class my class, method, and variable, so that I can confirm if my members are a public, I can access inside a class, yes, I can access inside a class, and again I can access other class. Let me check. See here, within the package, other class. Let me create a class. My class name is B. See here, my class name is B, main method, and same this one, main method, and creating object, accessing. Sorry, let me remove this one. This one also. See here, same method, same class, object creation, accessing method, accessing variable. Now observe. Let me execute. See, if I make my members as a public, so that I can access my members and classes in another class within a package. I'm trying to access a class, and I'm trying to access a class methods, nothing but a class variables and a class methods. So if I can apply the public keyword for class level and members level. So if I make my members and class as a public, I can access within the class, and I can access class within a package. So that is confirming that I can access that class and variable outside of the class, nothing but another class within a package. Clear, team? Able to differentiate, right? Now, and go to another package. Let me check another package. And in another pack, I have a class called C. Now, again, same this one. Now observe again. Let me check whether I am able to access this is my A class. I can able to create A class object, and I can able to access A class variables and methods. Now observe, team. Why I'm getting error here? Anyone? Without import statement, we cannot access other packages classes. For that, we have a keyword called import. How to import, team? Import package name, class name. Otherwise, just cursor here, click on import A from pack 1. Now error gone. Now this time we can able to access because we have an import statement. Clear, team? Now let me execute. If I make my members as a public, I can access in another package with import statement, right? See here. So I can access in another package, but the only one thing you have to clear is I can access with import statement. If you import it, you can access. And let me check in child class. So this time, let me create a child class in another package. Now observing, if I access in another package, obviously I can access in same package. Even I can check in same package, but for understanding purpose, for further level, I'm creating my child class in package 2. Now let me create a D class, and this should be a child class of A. How to make relationship? Extends A. Clear, team? Now, what is inheritance ground rule, team? Inheritance ground rule. What is inheritance ground rule?
Acquiring the properties of parent.
What is inheritance ground rule? See, inheritance ground rule is always you have to create which class object? Child class object. You should not create a parent class object. If you create a child class object, you can access parent class properties and child class properties. Observe, team. Now this time I can access, so I'm creating child class object. Now I'm calling this add method from where? This is from parent class. See, observe, a class add. Now this is one. From where? This is from package one add. Without this one, I cannot access. Observe here. What it is saying? Import. Import A. Now I have imported A class from package one. Observing. See this one. Add method from A class, variable A. So if I make my members as a public, I can access in child class. So if I access in child class in other package, obviously I can access in same package. If you want, I can check like this also. Let me create a class here. Let me create a class E, same package, class E, and this time extends which one? Parent A, right? So I can take like this main method. How to create object, team? Now this time I have to create object for which one? A or E? If I want to access properties of A class, which are object I have to create it? That is what inheritance ground rule, team. Always you have to create child class object. Here my child class is E class. E dot add method. System.println E dot A. This is how we are accessing variable method. This is how we are accessing variable. Now observe. Let me execute. See here, within a package. There is no difference. If you take a child class in another class, another package, same package, there is no difference. Right? This is the child class of in another package. This is a child class in same package. Now I am checking for A class variables. If I make my A class variables are public, so that I can access in inside a class, I can access in other class, I can within a package, I can access in other package, even I can access in child classes. Yes or no? Whether it may be a same package or different package. Here, what you have to remember here? Always you have to remember one thing: child class object. Object of child class. That is what inheritance ground rule, team. You have to remember this one. Always you have to create child class object. That is inheritance ground rule. Right? And now let me make it my members are private. Let me comment to this one. See, A class. Now observe, team. I'm trying to make my class as a private. See here. It is not accepting. See here. What it is saying? Illegal modifier. See here. The private and protected. The private and protected we cannot apply in class level. We can apply only public and default. So, but we can apply each and every access specifier. We can apply all access specifier for my members, nothing but my variables and methods. For variables and method, you can apply any access specifier, but class, it can accept only public and default. We'll discuss why it is accepting private and protected. We'll discuss. Okay. Now observe, it is not accepting. So now make it as a public only. As of now, my class is a public. Now let me make it. What is the access specifier we want to check now? Private. Now make my members as a private access specifier, private method, and private variable. Now observe it. So if my members are a private, can I access inside a class? See, now this is a private access specifier, private method I'm trying to access. Now observe team, run as Java application. See here, if I make my members as a private, I can access inside a class. Yes or no? And let me check other class within a package. Now what is my other class? B class. Within a package, observe. What it is saying? See, change visibility. If my members are a private, so you cannot visible outside of that class. You can access only inside that particular class only. So what I'm trying to say here, if you want to access your methods and variables inside that class only, inside that particular class only, make your members as a private member accessibility where only inside a class. So outside of the class, you cannot access. See, observing here, this is a other package, same package, other class. If you are not able to access in other class, other package, same package, other class, you're not able to access in other package. Even child class also not possible. See, this is a child class. Even child class also not possible. So private member accessibility is very less. That is restricted to inside class only. If you want to access your members inside a class, make your members as a private. Private member accessibility limited to where only within a class, that too same class. You cannot access in another class. If you are not able to access in another class, obviously you're not able to access in another package and child class also. See, public access specifiers accessibility is more, and private access specifier accessibility is very less. Public access specifier you can access anywhere. Public classes you can access anywhere. Public variables you can access anywhere. Public method you can access anywhere. But private access specifier apply for only members, methods and variables. Private members you can access only inside that particular class. Outside of class, you're not able to access. Whether it may be a child class or within the package, you're not allowed to access. Clear, team? Now, let me make my members as a protected. Anyway, I cannot apply protected for my class. I can apply only public and default. Now observe, team. Let me make my members as protected. Now observing, my variable protected, my method also protected. Now, if I make my members as a protected, am I able to access inside a class? Yes, I am able to access. Run as Java application. Now I am not getting any errors. Right? If I make my members as a protected, I can able to access inside a class. Yes or no? Now observe what is the next one? Check in another class. If my members are acting as a protected, let me check inside a package, another class. Now this is a B class which is present in same package. Now observe, I am able to access. This is also S. Now observe whether I am able to access in another package if my members has marked as a protected. Now other package C class. What it is saying? Change visibility. Nothing but even though I imported, I am not able to visible that variables, visible that methods. So if I make my members as a protected, I'm not able to visible in another package. And even observe here. See here, this is a child class. Able to access here? No problem at all. You can able to access inside child class if your members marked as a protected. The only one thing is, so without relationship, you cannot able to access your protected members. Protected members you can access in child classes. Protected members you can access in within a package. Outside of the package you cannot access. If you want to access, make a relationship. Clear? And now default. Now there is no any special keyword in default in Java. In Java we don't have any special keyword. Nothing but here observe here. If you don't have any keyword, now it is acting as a default. Now observe. Let me remove this one. I'm as of now I'm not maintaining any access file. Nothing but this is a default variable. Now even you can maintain method also. This is a default method. If you want, you can give like this. Earlier we don't have any special keyword. See here, but you can maintain. You have to give like this. This is a default method, and that is a default variable. Clear, team? Anyway, I can apply default for my class. But in Eclipse, it won't give you allow you, but you can apply it. You can apply default keyword for your class. So anyway, I can take my one more class right here. Here I can take class, nothing but let's say G. See this one, nothing but this is a default keyword. Default class without access specifier, variables or members without access specifier, those we are calling as default members, and this is a default class. Clear, team? You can apply default access specifier your class and your members. Now when you say default variable, default method, and let's check whether you are able to access within a class, right? Now observe, team, let me execute whether I'm able to access within a class. Yes, I can able to access. I can able to create object for this class. I can able to access a default method. I can able to access default variable. Clear, team? So default members able to access within a class. Yes, I can able to access. Observe. Next one, within a package, another class. Now observe, I'm able to access within a package, other class, default members, default variables. Now yes, I can able to access. Now observe, in another package, another class, no relationship, right? See here, I'm getting error, change visibility, no visibility, because default members you can able to access within a package. You're not able to access outside of the package. Even though the import statement default members you're not able to access. Clear? And let me check in relationship class, which is present in other package. Observing, even if you have a relationship, default members you cannot access in child classes. Inside child class or other packages, you cannot access default members. Clear team? For understanding purpose, let me give one more. Anyway, we can apply all access specifier for let me give here. Anyway, we can apply all access specifier for your members. But let me check class level. Class level public is possible. Let me give here apply class. Possible. Possible. Right? So is this possible? Class level private? Not possible. Right? Not possible. And protected, even this is also not possible in class level. This is possible in default. You can apply default access specifier for class level. Anyway, we can apply all access specifier in member level. If you want, you can maintain one more column, members level. Apply members, nothing but your variables and methods. So these can apply for each and everything. So you can apply your members each and every access specifier. Clear team? Please let me know if you have any doubts here. Just practice by applying different access specifier in same class, different class, other package, child class in same package, child class in other package, so that you can able to know, you can able to differentiate where you can visible your properties, where you can able to create object for your class. Let me repeat it. Let me repeat it. See, if I make I can make, see, access specifiers. Access specifier mainly are four types: public, private, protected, default. I can apply access specifiers in two level. First one is class level and second one is member level, nothing but in my variables and methods. See, if I apply public to my class, and if I apply public to my members, I can access inside a class, I can access other class within the same package, I can access other package with import statement, I can access in child classes. Remember, whenever you create object, if you want to access parent class properties, you have to create child class object, so that you can able to access parent class properties and child class properties with single object. That is inheritance ground rule. This is the most important one. You have to create only child class object. And if I make, so obviously I cannot make my class as a private. Why I'm not able to make private? See, so private member least accessibility you can access only within a class. So if I make my class as a private, right, so I cannot access anywhere. If I make my class as a private, I cannot access anywhere inside the project. See, what is the use of the class? The main purpose of class is to use that particular class or use that particular class code. Your class itself is a private, then what is the use of that class? Anyway, it cannot communicate with other classes and other functionalities. So that way, the people are removed the concept of private class and protected class. So you cannot apply protected and private for your class. So, but you can apply for your members, nothing but your methods and variables. If my members as private, I cannot access outside of the class. I can access only inside that particular class. Now protected. Protected again, I can apply only in members level. If my members are make as a protected, I can access only inside a class and inside a package and child classes. I cannot access outside of that particular package until unless having the relationship. And next one, default one. Default nothing but there is no access specifier. Simply methods and variables without access specifier. Even we can apply for classes. Class without access specifier. Those we are calling as default class, default members. And if you make your members as a default, I can access inside a class and outside a class. Nothing but within a package. Default is scope is only package level team. You have to remember here package level. Default members also calling as package level access specifier. Even if your class having relationship, you're not able to access the properties of a class if you make as a default. Clear team, why we are going access specifier? If you want to give the security, if you want to apply security levels for your members and class and apply your access specifier. In Java, we have a different access specifier, and the most important access specifiers are public, private, protected, default. We can apply in two levels, class level and members level. Class level, we can apply only public and default. Members level, we can apply anything. Clear team?